Welcome to Whispers of Resilience, our MS Stories podcast, where Justine Martin, the Queen of Resilience, sits down with each incredible author featured in this highly anticipated anthology. In this captivating series, we delve into the depths of each author's chapter, exploring the hows and whys behind their desire to share their experiences with multiple sclerosis. Prepare to be inspired as these courageous souls recount their triumphs, their challenges, and the resilience that fuels their spirits.
Welcome back, listeners, to Whispers of Resilience, our MS Stories. Today, I've got with me one of our male authors, and there was only a few in the book, and that's John. How are you, mate?
Not too bad. And yourself?
Yeah, good. He's just positioning his camera in the right direction.
How's that?
Yep, perfect, mate. I think that's the first time I've seen your full profile, because normally I get the chin and up the nose look when you're on the right group.
Pretty handsome, full on profile, I'm telling you.
That it is, mate, that it is. Okay, so I've got some questions for you today. First one, why did you want to write your chapter for the book?
Oh, because I got conned by my next door neighbour. That's it.
Sorry, I was thinking, who's your next door neighbour?
Hey?
Who's your next door neighbour?
Candace.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I think I do remember that, because Candace is in the book as well.
Yeah, she wrote me in.
Well, I'm glad she did, mate, because you've been an absolute hoot throughout the process.
I love
it. You love it? What have you enjoyed about the writing group?
Oh, I just enjoyed writing my bit. Basically, made you sit down and think about your life.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good, where I've been, where I've come from to what I am now.
Yeah.
Quite a journey, so.
It is a journey. Your chapter's incredible.
I just thought I'd share it.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing it. Now, you haven't read any of the other chapters yet, because I've kept them all a secret.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to reading the book?
In a way, I'm a bit hesitant to read it, because I really haven't done anything spectacular in my life.
Yes, you have.
I know there's some authors there that have done really some awesome stuff in their lives, you know what I mean?
You've done amazing things in your life. Don't underestimate your chapter. It's on equal with everyone else's. I mean, what you've achieved and accomplished, pat yourself on the back for that.
I understand that, but you get to a certain stage of your life and you really think you've accomplished certain things and you don't get that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, look, I know what you mean there. Yeah, definitely. But your chapter holds its own. Don't you worry about that in the book. And by the time that everyone's listening to this, you will have had your copy sent to you in there, because we're recording this in July and this is actually being heard in September. So we're about 2 months and 2 days out from launch day.
So it's not far now.
It's exciting. It's exciting. John's about to be a published author. Was there something that you wanted to mention in your chapter but you forgot?
No, not really. I think I skimmed most of it.
Yep.
I don't think I missed anything. I just browsed through everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You've got a good overview of your life.
So I thought I'd give people an overview of my life.
Yeah.
Everyone's journey is different.
It is. So everyone's chapter is different, everyone's journey is different, and everyone's MS is different.
That's right, yeah. So there's not one solution fits all.
No, there isn't.
And there's not one way of thinking that fits all. So
that's right. That's right. Yeah. If you could give some word of advice to someone that was newly diagnosed, what would it be?
Patience.
Yeah? How so? Explain why.
Depending on what type of MS you have, and obviously with the newer drugs we have now, they hold it in bay a lot better.
Yeah, they slow down the progression, don't they?
It's unbelievable the advanced the medical things there. But when your body slowly gets worse, you've got to start learning new ways of doing things and that.
Adapt and modify.
Yeah, and modify. And I suppose one good thing about MS, if there is a good thing, 9 times out of 10, you slowly degenerate.
Yep.
So you slowly get to know what service you can have and
what your body's capable of doing, what it isn't anymore, and
it keeps slowly changing. But say if you had a car accident, you wake up the next day, you're a paraplegic. I reckon that'd even be worse.
Yeah,
because you got to suddenly learn everything all at once.
Yeah.
Whereas now
it happens over a period of time, is what you're saying. So
yeah, that's right. You learn the different medical services that are available. Or now we've got the NDIS; they help you out a fair bit compared to the old system.
So let's talk about the NDIS. What do they do for you?
Oh, they've done heaps for me. They've let me get out of the house. I've got a job.
That's huge.
Yeah,
that's massive. Yeah.
I'm not working at the moment because I've had an incident in my life, but yeah, so it's pretty good. I've got out. I was president of a little athletics club and bit of a soccer coach and stuff like that. So I've got now. But then again, I'm arguing with the NDIS now about my new wheelchair. So yeah, so it is good in ways and it's bad in other ways. So it's just
there's faults in every system, but you know, if it's giving you community participation and out of the house, and you've got support workers coming in to help you, you have someone that comes in and helps you at home, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do they do for you at home?
I've got 2 carers that come in the morning.
Yep.
And they get me out of bed. Then I get 2 carers at night time to put me back to bed.
They cook your breakfast and your dinner?
Yeah. And whatever else I need during the daytime.
What do you have for breakfast? Because I asked Lachlan this the other day when I was chatting to him. What do you get him to cook you for breakfast?
Porridge.
It's bacon and eggs. Oh, no, eggs on toast. He doesn't have the bacon, that's right. He gets eggs on toast every morning.
That'd be awesome.
Well, you could do that too. You just got to get your support worker to do it.
Yeah, no, I like just porridge, something simple.
Yeah.
You have me porridge and I head off to the coffee shop and have me coffee.
Oh, there you go, out and about. And so do you go out, so your chair's obviously motorised?
Yeah, it's motorised. And my last chair, which was only 3 years old, only about just over 8,000 kilometres.
Oh, those figures just astound me. How long did it take you to crack up 8,000 K in a chair?
3 years.
Wow. Yeah, Locke's done 6. No, what's he done? I don't know. You'll have to listen to his podcast. I can't remember if it's 3,000 or 6,000. I only interviewed him yesterday. But, you know, MS brain fart here. He's done an amazing amount in 18 months in there. And because I said, when he told me how many Ks he'd done, I said, oh, no, that's right. I looked at his scooter, so this is in a scooter, and I looked at the tyres and I went, was that a really new scooter? Because, like, it's in mint condition and we call it the yellow flash because it's not yellow. And I said to him, is this a new scooter? He goes, oh, no, I've had this, I can't remember if it was 18 months or a couple of years or whatever it is. I said, geez, your tyres are holding out well. He goes, they're my 3rd set of tyres. And I'm like, oh, so the tyres are what wear through. Is that the same on your chair?
No, everything.
Everything.
Mate, it just been. So the last one got trashed. And I've used it everywhere. Now I'm arguing with it. Now the NDIS want me to. What do they say? They're trying to get a chair that lasts longer than 3 years, but
that's when you're using it every single day and racking up that many kilometres. They're not designed to last forever.
Not even a semi-rural area, so the roads aren't the best.
It's going to be hard. And it's not as if you can't. I know that you said in your chapter, and we'll spill the beans a little bit on this. Someone actually said to you, don't use it as much.
Yeah, that was in the old state funding.
I'm just blown away. And as you say in your chapter, that's like someone, don't walk as much or don't put your sneakers on and go for a walk kind of thing. It's the same thing. That's just rude and wrong on every account.
Well, obviously in that chapter you'll find out other things that have happened.
Yeah.
That was rude and wrong too.
I know. Your chapter's remarkable, absolutely remarkable, and very well written. So it was a pleasure reading them all.
Yes, and that changed me as a person in this. I think I don't get anyone, it'll change you.
Yeah, it does. Do you think it'll change you for the better or for the worse, mate?
Oh, it changed me for the better.
How so?
I don't know, more empathetic. More empathetic and more understanding of people.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I was a bit arrogant, but that might have been me Dutch too.
Well, that's probably Dutch and your age and the fact that you're male as well. So, 3 combinations in there.
It's a big winning combination, isn't it?
Well, you're a lot more humble now, that's for sure. And you've been an absolute pleasure to work with through this process. What did you find that you liked about the writing group? He's thinking. There's a long pause. He's hoping he liked something about the writing group.
I'm just thinking about it now.
Do you miss us? Because we did spend a lot of time over that 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if I miss it. I get frustrated.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different personalities in the group.
Yeah.
And I'm just a laid-back sort of guy. I go, whatever happens.
Yeah,
happens.
you never really spoke too much. You let all the girls do the talking because with only having the 3 guys in the book, and that's the thing as well. I mean, MS affects more women than men, as we know, and those numbers were very prevalent when you were all submitting in if you could be in the book, and far more women. I don't know if that means that women are, write more, but it was definitely more. There are more women in the book. Out of the 26 authors, 3 of them are men, and the other 23 are females in there. And you've all got different types of MS. What's your MS at the moment?
I've really got no idea. Really, one says it's progressive, the other is remitting, relapsing. So I'm just happy to be the way I am. I'm not getting any worse, not getting any better.
Are you on any disease-modifying therapies, John?
I'm on a new one now, and it's a tablet, and I don't know what it's called. It's a tablet I take for 7 days, I think.
Oh, I don't know that one.
And then I have a break of it for a month, then I've got to go back on it for another 7 days.
Oh.
12 months.
Trial? Are you on a trial? Or?
No, it's not a trial. It's It's not a trial. I don't know what it's called, but I'll give that a go. I'm not getting any worse, so yeah, it was on.
That's a bonus.
Nearly a familigamide, I think it was called. But my neurologist told me I had to get off that.
And we tend to listen to them, don't we?
Oh, yeah, I'm not an African. They're the geniuses.
Yeah, they're the ones that are paid to have our best interest at heart.
Yeah. No, back to the. No, I didn't say much because there was nothing really much to say.
You took a lot in.
Yeah, I just listened to everyone. That was it.
Yeah. And occasionally contributed when I asked you questions.
Yeah, the rest would put me fat gobby to it.
We were always interested on because you were always in bed by that time at the meetings. Yeah. We're always wondering what you were eating for dinner because you used to sit there and eat your dinner with us.
Desserts, biscuits.
Yeah, that's right, the biscuits. Milk arrowroot, weren't they?
That's the ones. Milk
arrowroot. You used to say about the crumbs in the bed.
The care workers can clean that. Or my partner, I don't care. It won't be me. But I go on a self-sense of think it's healthier having biscuits without any chocolate on it and that, but I know it's not. But That's why I have.
You just stay with that logic. We like that logic.
That's what I do. Stuff it. I don't.
As long as it makes you happy, mate, that's all that matters.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's right. So, any plans on writing anything in the future? There's that pause.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think I'm a writer, so I don't think so. I'm being honest. I've got weird ideas in my head, but I don't think I'd have the patience to be a writer.
That's fair enough. Well, we're glad that you contributed to our book.
Yeah, no, I did enjoy it. It was fun.
That's good.
I got a few smiles out of it.
You wait till you tell people that you're a published author, mate.
Oh, mate.
Whoa. And if we get this as an Amazon bestseller, you'll be able to say, I'm an Amazon best-selling author.
Well, that's something I freaking aim for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So if you want to help John become an Amazon best-selling author out there in podcast land or on YouTube, if you're watching it, then please look at resilienceMindset.com.au or on Amazon, Barnes & Noble for Whispers of Resilience, our MS stories, and download it. Buy a paperback copy, put it on your Kindle. It'll be available everywhere, and not straight away, but we are working at getting it on Audible as well. So, John, is there anything else that you want to say to the listeners?
I hope you enjoy reading all the chapters.
Yep.
Hopefully you learn something about MS. And yeah, I personally don't be embarrassed you've got it.
No.
That's the biggest thing. I've known so many people that are so embarrassed that they've got it. You know, just tell.
It is what it is. We can't change it.
You can't change it. You can't fight it.
No. Except that you've got it, and then you don't have to put the energy into being so angry.
That's right. Once you know what's wrong with you, that helps.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Then you can get your head around it. It's when you don't know that's where it's scary. When you don't know what's wrong, but you know that there's something wrong and no one else on the outside world can see it, but you know that you don't feel right in your body.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, scary.
Especially at the early stages when you trip over or you go to the pub and they think you're already drunk and you haven't even freaking had a drink yet.
One of the girls, she wrote that she was a courier driver, and she tripped up a gutter out the front of the pub on a Monday morning at 9 a.m. and she hadn't had a drink. And so she writes about that in one of the chapters. So
that is so true.
Yeah. And then there's another guy, he's had a fall recently on the footpath out the front, and strangers have stopped in the car and picked him up off the footpath. So,
that's nice.
Yeah.
I find a lot of people are helpful.
Yeah, they are generally. Yeah. Yeah. It gives a little bit more hope for humanity, doesn't it?
I think so. There are nice people out there.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Everyone's willing to give you a hand.
Yeah. But the thing is as well is we need to actually swallow our pride and ask for help.
Yeah, that was the hardest part, me.
Yeah. You do mention that in your chapter too.
Yeah. Swallowing your pride. And maybe that's one of the reasons why you haven't got as many blokes come up too.
Might be.
Because us blokes, we're hopeless talking about our emotions.
Really? I don't think I know that. All people out there in listening land know that either.
Oh, they do. We're hopeless.
Well, I'm so glad that you actually shared all of yours on your 3,000 words in the chapter. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you, John, over the last, it's been about 3 months now, hasn't it?
Must be. It doesn't seem it's gone that long.
I know. It's just, totally gone so fast. When you all started and I said you had to write 3,000 words, you're like, no, we can't. But you all did.
Yeah.
did. So I'm so proud of each and every one of you and for contributing into the book. And for those that are purchasing the book, just remember that 25% of the sales are going back to MS research because we want a cure, don't we, mate?
We sure do.
Yeah. So not just us, but future generations don't have to go through what we've been through.
Mainly for future generations.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be
It'd be
great.
nice to say, wouldn't it be nice that this book actually becomes a history book down the track? And it's like, oh, people used to have this, but they don't have it anymore.
Yeah, like a few other diseases we don't really have anymore. That'd be great.
Yeah. Like polio.
Yes.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be amazing? Won't it be amazing when that happens?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it will. Anyway.
I reckon if they unlock the disease of MS, I'll unlock a few other diseases too.
My mum always said, because my mum had MS, she used to say, when they find the cure for the common cold, they will find the cure for everything. That was her philosophy, and I think she might be right.
I think she's onto something there.
I do too. They're all linked. They're all linked there somewhere that they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Push.
Yeah. Well, thank you, John, for your time today and coming on and having a chat on the podcast and vlogcast and sharing your little bit of insight into your chapter. You look like you're sitting there now in the sun.
I sure am.
Getting some winter sun.
It's the best room in the winter.
Oh, well, we've got cloud here. Gotta love living in Victoria in winter.
Could be worse. Could live in South Australia. Too cold.
Not too cold, you reckon?
Too cold in winter, too hot in summer.
And we've actually got an author in the book who's from South Australia. So
that's probably the same thing. Cold in winter, hot in summer.
Yeah, that's right. So, but anyway, thank you for your time. And once again, listeners, if you are looking at purchasing Whispers of Resilience, our MS stories, you can download or purchase that through resiliencemindset.com.au on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, you name it, it'll be out there. And all the details will be in the show notes. So until the next episode, you all make sure that you stay healthy. Bye.
Are you ready to be inspired? Get ready for the book that will touch your heart and ignite your spirit. Whispers of Resilience, Personal Stories of Living with MS is now available for purchase. Have you ever wanted to peek into the lives of individuals who have triumphed over adversity? Look no further. This highly anticipated anthology brings together a group of exceptionally talented authors, all living with multiple sclerosis, who share their personal journeys with unyielding honesty and vulnerability. At www.resiliencemindset.com.au, you can now secure your copy of this remarkable book that captures the essence of resilience, hope, and the power of the human spirit. Dive into the stories that will captivate your imagination and open your heart to the triumphs and challenges faced by these courageous individuals. With each turn of the page, you'll witness the unbreakable spirit of these authors, as they navigate the unpredictable terrain of MS. Their words will inspire you, uplift you, and remind you of the incredible strength that lies within. Visit www.resiliencemindset.com.au now and embark on a transformative journey through the pages of Whispers of Resilience. Get your copy today.